Welcome. I'm Dave Page, Early Literacy Specialist, and all are welcome to this session. Today's topic will be speech, language, and I'm going to talk about bilingualism, having two languages, even multilingualism. You can watch this program with your children. We'll talk about rhymes and I'll recite some rhymes and we'll sing some songs. Or you can watch this program alone. Let's speak about bilingualism for a little bit. So as mentioned, if there are two people in the birthing room speaking different languages, baby already orients himself towards the language that they've heard while in the womb. Babies have the ability to hear and understand two languages and be fully bilingual as they grow up. You can look on YouTube, look at a video, if you put in the words Liam, bilingual, and Spanish, that's Liam, L-I-A-M, bilingual and Spanish, you will see that Liam's dad always speaks Spanish to Liam, and Liam's mom always speaks English. Now he doesn't have a lot of speech, although maybe more than his own parents realize, but he understands when his father asks him to get a book, he runs and gets a book. And for father, he looks at it and says, Luna, Luna. The book actually is this one, Good Night Moon. When mother speaks to him about the book, it's moon, moon, moon. So he's already using a different word for the same meaning. So first of all, children cannot have too much language. It's not like a bucket that fills up and overflows. In fact, when you have two languages, you can more easily learn a third, which is why many of our friends from countries like India, Switzerland, Gambia, speak 3, 4, 5 languages. Once you've got the second one, the third one is easier because the brain has become attuned to language and learning language. So if you have a home language, it's recommended that you speak it all the time or the vast majority of time, because if you live here in Toronto, your child's going to learn English. English is all around. It's in the media, it's in the playground, and it's certainly at school. So some families, one adult may speak the home language and another English. That's totally fine. Some families, the parent may speak the home language some of the day and English another part of the day, and that works as well. What you do not want to do is mix the language within a sentence. And we know many folks like to use the English noun. So if the child never learns the real word in the home language for computer, for car, for truck, for train, for horse, it's going to be difficult for them to articulate the language. So try to use your language fully as if that was the only language you expected your child to learn. Some people will do the home language the full day and then a power hour at the end of the day in English, and that might be where there's a lot of routine. So to help your children with their language development, be face-to-face. I have my little baby here. We're gonna call my baby Marvin today. Hello, Marvin. So we wanna be face-to-face, and that means being down on the play area at your child's level. You think about speaking to somebody that's 5 feet above you. It's intimidating and it's not comfortable, but if you're down at the baby's level, they're going to see how your mouth works, how you form your words. And they love it when you make funny sounds. So, you can do pa, 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 pa. And how many of you had a baby or have a baby that did raspberries very early? So that's a sound babies like to make at about 8 months, 10 months. They're doing the raspberry. Do I need to give you a raspberry? That's what babies do a lot. So when they do one and you give one back, they find it funny. They know that communication is happening. And when they go ma, 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 which are some of the first sounds babies make, ma, 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 da, 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 ba, 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 na, 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 na. These are simple lip sounds, they're called, and you want to give them back to your baby. So if your baby says ma, 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 give it right back to them. And they know that this is communication and they can be having this conversation with you. In fact, it's interesting all over the world, if you look at your names for moms, dads, grandparents, aunts and uncles, primarily we use those early infant sounds of mama, dada, baba, nana, papa. These are the sounds babies make. So some of the sounds that we have in our English language come much later. The R sound is one, R, R. Babies, or should I say toddlers, small children, usually are making the W sound for for the R sound, R. And another one is S. So you have a 2.5-year-old, he might say that he's gone twimming, when what he wants to say is swimming. Those S combinations are hard. So you can play with sounds. I'm gonna show you a little game you can play. I have here an old sock. Put it on my arm, and we're going to get our marker pen, and we're going to make a couple eyeballs. Who do I have here? Oh, everybody's favorite creature, Mr. Snake. And Mr. Snake says, so yes. So what we're going to try to do is exaggerate that sound so that your child is seeing how you can make the sound. But then you're going to let your child be the snake and chase you around the home. So you're going to get on your snake puppet, and we're going to go, here comes Mr. Snake. I'm hungry. And exaggerate what you do with your teeth and your mouth to make that sound. You can tickle your child and have fun chasing them, of course not scaring them, but having fun. And then you can get your child to be the snake. And put it on their arm, and now they can chase you and they can try to make that sound. So asking children to do things doesn't always work. Say ruh, say ruh, say ruh is not going to work. But if you're playing a game where your dog is going rrr, rrr, they're going to see how to form that sound with the R. Typically by 1 year of age, a child has a first word. Now that first word may just be ma, ma, ma every time they see you, or wuh, wuh when they see a dog. But the point is that it's consistent, that they make that same sound. By 18 months, a year and a half, your child should have between 12 and 15 words. But by 2 years, you're looking at 100 to 150 words. The big growth year is between 2 and 3. Children go from 100 or 150 words at age 2 to somewhere around 500 to 1,000, or some have way more words at age 3. So age 2 is when you see your child starting to put 2 words together. My baby, or big car. So that's age 2. At 3, they're starting to work out vocabulary and put together longer sentences. And by age 4, you're hearing mostly clear sentences with some tense challenges happening. If you're ever concerned about speech, which is the sounds we need to make, R, S, the TH sound comes much later, you can call Early Abilities. Early Abilities is an Ontario-wide agency that has free services for families with children with a speech delay. Now, if you're worried about language, which is how many words your child speaks, if they're not meeting their milestones, at any time you can call Early Abilities, get your child on the waiting list, and they will have an assessment, and if they need further intervention with your child, they'll work with you and your child together to build strategies to practice the language and work out the challenges that your children have. They also work with children who have issues with stuttering.